Hey guys, Ryan Graydon coming to you from Hidden Acres. Here we are about 3 weeks away from the retreat, and we are still getting ready for the retreat here at camp. As you can see behind me here, some of the tables we've already set out. As I mentioned in last week's video, we were plowing our pastures and hay fields to set these tables out. So they are out. We still have a little bit of setting and situating to do, but we are getting ready for you guys coming here in about 3 weeks. I'm already smelling the gunpowder in the air, and I'm looking forward to that. So with that said, I got a few more things to mention to you. First off, thanks to those guys who called and said they would be range officers. I think we are set for the weekend. Those guys will have shifts. They'll keep us safe during our busy times, but I think we are set there. We are still always looking for more workshops, seminars. So if you have some experience or some ideas, please contact me. We'll get those set up, get you on the list. Another thing that I want to remind you, last year we asked that you guys not bring anything to shoot up. You know, we had for years guys bringing appliances, old TVs, things like that we would put on our range and shoot up. Last year we said no to that because we were having a problem with some of that debris staying in our pastures, was getting caught up in the hay, horses were eating it, it was sad. So again, this year, remember, don't bring any appliances or things that would leave debris in the field to shoot up. You may bring shooting targets as long as they are the correct targets for different calibers. You may bring paper targets and tannerite. We would prefer, though, nothing more than a pound of size, just for the sake of our neighbors. They want to have some peace and quiet too. So make sure that you're bringing your paper targets. We'll have all the targets areas where you can set those up and shoot them at them. We'll be ready for you that weekend. Another announcement that I want to bring to you guys is we are having the Gould brothers return this year. Now, they're so busy now, it's only possible to book one for the weekend. So one of the brothers is coming for our weekend. He will be here throughout the weekend to do shooting games, which is a small cost. I think it's $5 or something like that to participate in a shooting game. But I think they'll have 3 to 4 different games that you can participate in with groups of guys. And the winners of those games will also receive prizes from Gould Brothers and Hidden Acres. So make sure that you're getting out to those games. Those games actually help us offset the cost of those guys. So the more you participate, the better off camp is in having them come, and probably the more willing they are to come in future years. He will also be doing an exhibition shoot for us on Saturday afternoon. So if you want to see some trick shooting, make sure that you attend that Saturday afternoon. Also, I want to introduce our speakers for the weekend. We are always blessed to have some fantastic speakers for our Sportsmen's Retreat, and this year we have 2 of the best. First off, Terry Baxter, who has been our speaker, I believe, for 29 years, since the very beginning of the retreat, has agreed to return, and he will be leading our traditional chapel. So the traditional chapel is the one that has been led by Terry for many years, as well as the Sportsmen's Worship Band. They'll be back this year. So if you're looking for more of a traditional worship setting, that's the chapel you want to be at. The other chapel, we call it our Contemporary Chapel, will be led by Troy Nesbitt, who is the SALT director down at Cornerstone Church in Ames. He's an outdoorsman, and like Terry, he's a father, grandfather, loves the outdoors. But both of these guys will be here on the weekends to bring us some great hunting stories of theirs, but also share the gospel, which is the whole point to our gathering. So I ask you guys that as we creep up on the weekends, number one, if you could start praying for things. Number one, pray for safety. A weekend like this with everybody shooting, there's always a high risk of danger in things happening. And thankfully, for 29 years, God has just protected us. And so I would continue to ask that you would pray for the weekend, pray for safety, pray for wisdom as we shoot. Also be praying for our speakers, Terry and Troy. We know that God has the power to change hearts. And these guys have a passion to share that. But they can connect through hunting and outdoors. So if you've got a buddy that you know needs to hear the gospel story, bring him on this weekend. Invite him. Invite that neighbor. It's a lot easier to invite him to a weekend of shooting and food than sometimes it is to get them to go to church. So make sure that you're reaching out, and I would encourage you too, if money's an issue, maybe pay for that guy to get here. Do what you can to get him here. So with that, video announcement number 4 down. I will come to you again next weekend with another announcement for the weekend, and we will see you soon here at Hidden Acres.